Today we're going to be talking about MidJourney and why, in my opinion, it's pretty much the end of stock image websites. This is from MidJourney themselves. This is a blog post, but I've been doing a lot of research into this and a lot of testing. But first of all, let's go through the MidJourney post. So if you don't know already, you will need Discord for this. And the way it works is that you have to verify in the MidJourney Discord, and then you can go to newbies, and you can just look for where it says MidJourney bot and then click it. And then once it loads, you can message it and say hi. And that'll take you into the MidJourney private messenger. You do need to pay for that. I think it's $20 a month, or it was when I kind of last checked. And then once you're inside here, what you want to do is you want to do /settings and then press enter twice. Then you want to make sure that you're on MidJourney 6, and that's how you actually get onto using MidJourney 6. Now, there's only one real thing that I want to talk about in this video, which is that an AI, in order to be good, in my opinion, needs to have a low skill cap. Now, if you go on Twitter right now and you scroll through, and if you type in MidJourney here, you just scroll through this, then basically you're going to be greeted with like a lot of really, really long prompts. In my opinion, in order for an AI to actually be good, it has to be easy to use out of the box, meaning that you don't need any of these long Twitter prompts in order to get good results. Now, it's finally looking like it might be a replacement for stock featured images. So this is an example that I was playing with. There's nothing special about this prompt whatsoever. This is just the output of MidJourney now, which, as you can see, this bottom left one, if I just upscale this quickly, this is literally, it's just a fix to the problem of stock images, okay? Before, you would have to either risk taking from Google and potentially having problems with, I don't know, DMCA or someone saying that's my picture, or you'd have to use something that just kind of looks all messed up. Like even Dall-e wouldn't produce something that's just as photorealistic as this. And then you can easily put an overlay on this using Photopia and then just write like, are solar panels worth it? It takes about a minute in total, and you've got a featured image for your blog post. You could also use this for images inside your blog posts as well. So for me, the important thing is that you do not need any experience in order to get good results. So I've just got a few testing prompts right here. All you do is you type /imagine, and then I'll leave this list of prompts if you want to use these ones, or you can just think of your own. And then you wait about 30 seconds to a minute, and you have like a really high quality photorealistic image. Okay, so just for comparison, I also released, I also did on ChatGPT Dall-e. You can just see this doesn't look photorealistic whatsoever. This is almost cartoony. This is floating? I guess he's throwing it in the air, floating, kind of. And yeah, I mean, it's nice, but it just doesn't look real. Whereas this here on MidJourney, these look like actual stock images. You can't really tell that number 2 is AI generated. Like, look at the quality there. It's absolutely crazy. Let's save this and zoom in even further. So this is the big advantage of MidJourney, definitely. Like, honestly, can you... This is literally perfect. Like, there's even the blur here. I think this is what their plan is. They're trying to take over, like, the whole stock image game. So we had someone who was selling hay, and this would have been so useful for their featured images. Look at the blur in the background as well. And that's just literally from that prompt. A farmer reaping his crop of hay that is for rabbits, aspect 16.9. So the only one that I want to talk about is aspect 9. Like, I don't use any other modifiers whatsoever. So we'll do another one here, imagine. So this one is to try and get a kind of an image that can be used as a featured image in a blog post about the coziest sweaters for men 2024. So the reason I'm making the video like this is because I didn't just want to like prompt until I get something perfect. I wanted to show that MidJourney V6 kind of just gives good, like, no matter what. So like this could easily be used. I've talked about this a few times. Obviously, 2Men has a huge budget for photo shoots and things, but not everyone does have that. So this is a huge help to those people who don't necessarily want to spend, 10,000 or whatever on a photo shoot and just want to instead have something workable that's unique content. Again, look at the quality of that. That's like a perfect jumper to be used as the background of a featured image. Again, like I talked about before. This is just fixing a really, really big problem. So another thing as well is like if you can't even think about how to describe the image, if you just say a representation of micromanaging, for example. So again, really good results from MidJourney. I really like this top left one. It's not necessarily representing micromanagement, but it's something that could still be used as a blog post image, etc. And it's not trying to be kind of fake. If you do the same thing in ChatGPT, it's trying to be real, but it looks fake. Whereas here with MidJourney, they kind of make a decision between being real or being fake. And I think that's a really, really important part of this process, especially for what we are using it for, which is blogging. So we'll do another one here. Imagine. Oh, we already did the solar panel one at the beginning of the video, actually. It's this one here. So yeah, it's really, really good for that kind of featured image and blog post image. And then another really interesting thing is that it can do text. Now, it does text a little bit like Dall-e, but it can still do text, which then can be edited in Canva. The way that you do it is you put speech marks around the text that you want to be on the image. So again, we can just see the stunning quality here. And also it's pretty much nailed the text every single time. Hitch, no, this is wrong. This is right, kind of, just one extra I. But just the quality again, like look at this. Let's upscale number 3. And we'll download the look at that quality. I can't fault it. It's like you cannot tell, in my opinion. Like I can't. Obviously, someone else will comment saying it's really obvious, but in my opinion, you cannot tell like you can with ChatGPT, Dall-e. You can see here it's much more fake. The image is just fake, whereas this is photorealistic. This has its purposes, but it's just not for blogging. Now, if MidJourney had an API, that would really be amazing. Okay, so I just said here a male waiter serving a female customer in a coffee shop, and it decided to animate all of them. Although the animations are really, really cool, I do want realism because I just think MidJourney's better at it. Okay, so again, it's kind of gone animated, but this bottom right one is in a style that looks realistic, which is fine. This bottom left one could also be pretty realistic. It kind of looks a little bit animated, but so these last ones are for the people who watch all the way to the end of my videos. These are the ones that I have used before and that give some amazing results and that have real use cases as well, especially for people who, like I said before, don't want to spend a lot of money on photo shoots and maybe want to have some kind of prototype or whatever it is for a new business, or also something like an Instagram photo shoot. Also, I would quite like to mention something. If you're using MidJourney API, then it's not real. There is no API, and if something is using MidJourney API, it's against rules, and you should not use it. It says here, in order to maintain the highest quality experience for all users, MidJourney accounts are designed for individual use, and each user may maintain only one account. MidJourney does not provide an API access to access the bot through third-party apps or scripts, and automating interactions with the MidJourney bot is strictly prohibited, according to our terms of service. Okay, so what I've been doing in this video as well is I've been working with a few different niches that we were struggling to kind of incorporate their niche into ChatGPT, Dall-e, etc. So this right here, we're working with a video production company. These are perfect for featured images for blog posts. You could even use these as Instagram or something, to be honest with you. Like this bottom right one is super realistic. Also, this top right one here actually is almost the 2 men logo, which is very interesting. Okay, so interestingly, this is one that ChatGPT seems to be miles ahead on. We've all seen the Twitter thing about MidJourney making the cereal packet. So I tried this myself, and I wasn't that impressed with the results, to be honest. Obviously, the oats look amazing, but this isn't really branding, except maybe this one, I guess. This could be... Actually, this is pretty good. This is like an Instagram picture. So what I think this is super interesting for is branding. Like, let's say you sell oats, but you want to create a brand selling oats online, and you have no idea about branding. This now makes it a lot easier to get some ideas of what you would like. So MidJourney for like brand planning is amazing. But Dall-e seems to have actually done a better job of this. This is like really, really good, even if the oats don't look very good. But in terms of like for an Instagram page or for a product page or whatever, this is actually much better. MidJourney is definitely better for that. So this is actually the one that I was most excited about. I think this is so interesting in terms of creating a brand. Now, I'm not someone who's particularly good with graphics or creating brands or anything like that, but I'm just imagining that I have the idea of having a clothing brand and I would have never had any place to start before. Let's say I wanted to create a brand called Baddie. It's just an idea, it's just an example. And all you need to do now to kind of get the creative juices flowing or to send some samples to your designer or whatever it might be is just literally writing a branded photo shoot for a company called Baddie that sells streetwear. And these are the results. Like that is actually it's crazy. Like look at this upscale 4, look at this. The quality on the way that it's written Baddie there and the fact that this is actually like an interesting picture that could be used on Instagram. Honestly, it's next level. I don't think I'm gonna do the last two because they kind of suck. But it does a fantastic job, and I'm super impressed. And I'm going to be using this for a lot more featured images. I just wish they had an API, but I'm sure at some point, well, I hope at some point they will have an API. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, I'll see you very soon with some more content. Peace out.